Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where today I'm gonna prove that I can sometimes win this game. I still don't know what happened on that last spear run. I just lost focus. That's why today it's gonna be all focus all the time, right? I excel at that. I don't really... I spent some time trying to figure out what's a really good spear build with the gods that we have remaining, and to be perfectly honest with you, nothing really jumped out at me. I think the spear attack is fast enough that we could maybe stack up Demeter. We could maybe get Demeter boons and actually stack up the chill, and that would be cool. Demeter's super powerful. But I elected to just pull the Artemis keepsake for the beginning instead, because Artemis is very generically good, and we'll just hope. We'll just hope that, first of all, we get a real build going here.
Like
and
that boy with your mismatched eyes. You save it for yourself. You have a mirror in your chambers, don't you?
Interesting. I wonder when he said that to us, and if he understood what the deal with the mirror was when he did. But yeah, first of all, hope that we actually get a build going, and secondly, hope that we get some progress on these hearts here.
You want to make it out of there, you don't have to listen to a word I say, to be quite honest, but my Huntress blessings ought to help.
Yeah, whatever it is we're supposed to do with her, or do for her, but obviously we're not getting it, because we're getting a lot of very generic stuff from her. This seems like a winner, right? Get the spin and then hit enemies for very large amounts of damage that may crit. And actually the spin itself may crit is also... I mean, that's a little bit less relevant, because the spin itself is going to be eaten by the blue health a lot.
Come on, you. Back.
But yeah, that's pretty okay damage.
Who's next?
It's not flashy, but it'll get the job done. Mostly what I was thinking is, well, partially what I was thinking is if we're in a place where I think we're attacking fast enough that we might actually be able to stack chill, then also, obviously, support fire would be pretty fun. Some very unexciting rewards here early. Just show me 3 boons and 2 hammers in the first 5 rooms, and we'll be all set. I do feel like this part of the run has definitely become rote, and that's not it's not a new condition. This part of the run became kind of rote 20 or so attempts ago. I did consider just sort of starting the video in the middle of the run, and I thought, well, maybe. That's what I started doing with Dead Cells eventually, when the early parts of the Dead Cells run were starting to feel rote. But, you know, we're going to have, dialogue with the gods and stuff. I think we stand to lose more actual content by doing that in Hades, because they've done a very good job of, distributing the things about the game that are cool sort of evenly over the entirety of a run. I think we're just going to take bad support fire rather than going for any rerolls. Spear attacks pretty quickly. I do like support fire. 4th point of reroll versus a very small amount of money and some gemstones. I'm actually not... I don't know. I don't think either of these are very compelling. I guess we'll take this. As you can tell, I have a little bit lost my my zeal for cosmetics, owing largely to the fact that we're sort of storyline blocked at this point. I started to be like, oh, let's improve the house, and then all of this heart nonsense has really grabbed my attention. All right, so if he offers a thing that has the assault property, then we should take that, because it's the last type of boon we need for our prophecy.
Master Chaos, it's little wonder all existence sprang from you, because I see the noble qualities in so many I've met embodied in you. Please accept this gift.
If it is unclear yet, son of Hades, I shall not be giving more to you in exchange for your repeated offerings. You give them to me knowing it shall serve no purpose and achieve no end. I know that there are some among both mortals and your kind for whom this is quite unacceptable. From the rumblings of the earth, I have deduced your father himself stands against you when at last you are about to leave these depths. It must be quite an interaction between you. Have I deduced correctly? Respond.
That's right, Master Chaos. My father personally takes it upon himself to stop me in the event none of his underlings beat him to it. He can be a handful.
Well then, consider bringing to one of your future interactions the small round catalyst which I provided you. The one in the shape you call an egg. It shall serve no purpose there at all. Yet if you succeed, then it shall bring us some amusement, shall it not?
Huh. Okay, I suppose
Yes.
we could...
Was I supposed to respond there?
I suppose we could do that. None of these are, like, mind-blowing.
What else we got?
Dash strike up is pretty compelling. We do a lot of dash striking. That said, 4 encounters with no money making is a little bit of a bummer at this point in the run. I'm gonna take it. It's fine. So yeah, okay. I mean, we can do that. Boy, what do you think here? I don't know that any of them are particularly compelling. Go this way. Oh, except we still need to unlock Poseidon's heart, not Athena's. Well,
I thought crystals
That's
were
fine.
supposed to be pretty.
yeah, I don't know, man. Brain fart. I just, like, totally forgot about this thing we're here to do. Oh, please die. Please die. We're actually doing really good damage for this point in the run.
You're free, tortured souls trapped in a crystal thing.
That might be the fastest we've ever killed that thing. That was 100% me just, like, thinking about chaos and eggs instead of the thing we're here to do. You remember that thing I was saying earlier about focus?
These are among the mightiest defenses I can offer, Zagreus. Choose wisely, then.
Alright, what do we got? I have been pretty dismissive about her call in the past, but I'm coming around on it a little bit. So, out of curiosity, I know this is the thing I always do, but I will never remember a boon. Never. Oh, she's Deadly Reversal. You know, that's a pretty good one. You need Strike or Flourish for that. Honestly, I think Athena Flourish is probably pretty bad for us. Athena on special. We could just take the Phalanx shot. I'm gonna take the call. Because our standing and fighting damage output is really good. The call will let us just backstab people over and over again. And, like, as we saw on that boss there, we can do a hell of a lot of damage if we're allowed to just do the thing. If I'm allowed to just focus on the murders. You'll know how I love to focus on some murders. Yeah, like, look at that. Look at the damage. That's right, I can kill a skull in only, like, 4 hits. That'll show him. Okay, super palms or a room that will give us no benefit. Well, that's not a very difficult choice.
I doubt you'll outmaneuver all this lot.
Oh god. Alright, remember, you get a support fire arrow when you hit with your attack or special, or when you fire your cast. So we can proc arrows to get some things done here. Yeah, wow, the random crits are, like, powerful. They do a lot of damage, is the thing. Here's the thing about critical hits. They're good. Hot take. This one's a scorcher. I think critical hits are a good thing to have. Just gonna stand right here and do spear things. God, look at the range on that attack. Alright, there's still one chariot up, just like hanging out over here. Oh, my stupid support fire arrow does not... There we go. I mean, if you just want to stand there, it's fine by me. Okay, that was weird.
Dead are useless.
How's that? Gods grant me strength.
I gotta imagine... I was gonna say I gotta imagine it'll be Deadly Strike, but I forgot we have Support Fire. I think we're actually gonna take the Support Fire. This is only 14% extra damage. But obviously it's actually 42% extra damage on the crit. Or 3 extra damage every time we do anything, basically. I think actually I'm going to take it on the Deadly Strike. It'll be pretty compelling when we do manage crits. And then we still have 3 points of reroll. I'm going to go for the little bit of health. I mean, obviously, like, the darkness itself is valuable as well.
Oh no.
Halt.
Alright, so our usual impetus for actually fighting the enemies instead of running away from them is that you get money for fighting them. They are worth at least a little something. Obviously, that being removed means that probably just doing circuits around the room is perfectly sensible. But also, some amount of killing in the name of just reducing the amount of incoming stuff is potentially worthwhile. You can see, I've pretty much chosen my strat here, and it seems to be just fine. The skulls are fast enough that they get into attack range at the corners, but they're terrible at aiming, so I'm not really that concerned about
Just
it.
a bit longer.
Alright, now we got these big, ridiculously powerful dash strikes, which is pretty damn good for us. Is there a door over here? There is not. Are we just going to go through the whole first area without being offered a hammer? This is very unusual. Hey, fish. I do love a good fish. Oh. Got caught twice in quick succession there, and in both times it was real dumb. It was a real dumb thing I should not have allowed myself to get hit by. But that's... I get so excited about the striking part of the dash strike that I often forget about the full implications of the dashing part of it, which it turns out are also important.
Delicious.
Here I will take the support fire. 2 damage on support fire versus 4% on the other thing.
Come to me, fishies.
Definitely is different math. Trying my best not to tense up, not to fall for, you know, fish tactics.
That's a fight. It's a Skillet Ion.
Got another one. And yes, we should refill our health.
You leave
Which
my
is hopefully
trove
what
alone.
this will be. Why would there even be a... Why would Dad even put a trove full of health down here? What use could he possibly have for it? I guess the question is, what exactly do we think the health resource is? So a lot of times it's just food. But, like, the gods don't need food. Why would there just be a trove of food?
Cheers, Father.
Very strange. It's very strange stuff. When you really break it down, it doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, you're killing me. My heart is breaking. All right, we kind of get Sisyphus's deal. Hold on, am I a single Ambrosia away from capping out our relationship with him? I am, in fact. But I'm not really in a hurry to do that one. He's not an Olympian. All right. I hate to say it, but but the utility of gift giving to Sisyphus is not high enough to get me to ignore a hammer at this point, especially when I'm worried we might miss it if we don't take it now. Like we might not get another shot. I gotta say, I feel like support fire is doing some really fine work here. Ow. Bit me on the face. Bouncy special. Oh man, versus serrated point. I mean, like, here's the thing. This is just gemstones, right? The prophecy. I want to complete prophecies, but serrated point seems so powerful. I mean, obviously, dash range reduction is going to get me hit. It's going to get me hit a bunch, but also we've kind of optimized for the dash strike, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, I feel it. It's not nothing. It is definitely going to get us hit. but also we're going to end some serious fights much sooner on account of having nearly tripled our damage output. Oh, hey. That is fine, I guess. I'm not really that excited about it, honestly.
How goes it, Zagreus?
Better crits? I kind of think it's better crits. Let's go.
My sense
Let's
is
go
sharp.
bigger and better crits, and then we'll just save some money. Alright, I appreciate Karen there giving us a little
Hello,
discount.
Fury sisters.
Oh, finally. Look at this awful piece of trash come here again to bleed all over our nice shiny floor. Ready to fight my lovely sister there, Redblood?
He's not so awful once you get to know him, sis. Not that it matters for what we're about to do.
The both of you disgust me, Meg, you know that? Get it together and kill him this time, damn you!
She is definitely saying that just because she knows that it will annoy Electo. Ow. No fear of being invincible and also shooting projectiles at me. I really like the art for the triple strike. Or rather, I guess I like it when I see the art for the Artemis thing multiple times in a row. Are we actually? Yeah, wow. I had not been watching her health bar. It turns out. So this build's okay, I guess. Things are going alright. I wonder, you know what I was not paying attention to?
So much for the fearsome Furies.
Is whether
My keepsakes.
whether the, what do you call it? Whether the dash strike was emitting 3 arrows per connection, right? Because we are hitting 3 times. It's not, it does triple damage, it's 3 individual hits, right? So this might synergize really well with the support fire. I think now we take Poseidon, because I forgot to take him earlier. If we get the Poseidon cast, and then we pick up the Demeter thing and we get their duo boon, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if there's a lot of other Poseidon stuff that we really want, but we do need to talk to him. And we may as well fish. Of course.
Next floor.
I do feel really dumb for having picked Athena over Poseidon, but at least Athena's a good goddess to have in your build in general.
Now we're getting somewhere.
We're at... There it is. Alright, come on. Totally sick lava fish. I don't even remember... The only one I can remember right now is the Slavug, for some reason.
Right there. I'm victorious.
Turns out it's the only one I need to remember. My guess, though, is that I'm right about this Poseidon thing, and that we need to catch whatever the last surface fish is before we can get his, heart.
Quickly I can slay you all.
Right. It is, in fact, emitting multiple support fire arrows. Boy, that seems unfair. They shouldn't let me do that. Also, plays very well with the blue health. And if we are offered that that Artemis thing that makes your attacks charge, or makes your critical hits charge up your god gauge some, obviously there's a lot of synergy there as well. Just because I believe the scaling occurs just based on whether or not you got a crit, and it doesn't like care about the size of the crit. So we can take the Poseidon thing right now, but Poseidon will come back to us. I'm gonna grab this.
I can take it.
Let's go and have a quick chat with Chaos and see if we can't pick up
Chaos,
another boon that's going to make us even more totally overpowered.
In the name of Hades.
Roiling Soul is probably fine. Excruciating Lunge is... Boy. Boy, that's interesting, huh? I'm just gonna take it. I'm considering re-rolling for Assault. If we find a thing that has the Assault thing on it, then we do get 30 keys for that. It is a slightly more significant prophecy reward than just gemstones. But I think
How circumspect of you.
I think we should keep leaning into this. And then, honestly, our health is fine for right now. We'd like it to be higher by the end, but I'm not going to turn down a chance to maybe get some dodge or some additional dashes might be a good idea, especially... And the additional dashes thing, I don't often take, but it's not because I think it's bad, necessarily. And with our shorter dash, it might be really helpful, actually.
He's back.
Won't need but a moment of your time here, boss, and you'll more than make up for it right quick. You got my guarantee.
Special is way faster. Yeah, I think we're... You know, if we take this, though, we could potentially get his legendary and work toward that legendary thing. The reward for the legendary prophecy is just gemstones as well, but it is 1,000 gemstones at least. I think... I think I'm gonna take... Let's lean that way, and then, like, you know, it's not bad to get your cast more often, certainly.
Show me, Charon.
Do we want a trove tracker?
Gimme.
If it's anything other than a gemstone trove, I'll be pretty happy with that purchase. And honestly, if it's a gemstone trove, we'll live. We gotta get Poseidon in the build. I can't keep putting him away forever. I'm just thinking, like, boy, we could just stack Artemis all day here.
The Mega Gorgon.
Oh, she teleported away from our, cast before it could get her, so I get the blood boil. And again. He's incredibly adept at that, actually. Ow. Boy, that was a lot of damage. What a time to take a hit. Yeah, so almost dead, it turns out.
What do we have here?
That was a huge amount of damage. I can't wait for this boon penalty to go
You've
away.
received the blessing from Athena there already, little Hades. So careful all the time, that one. But here, I'll help you live a little, just in case.
I could use a little bit of living. Definitely don't want Tidal Dash. Boiling Point doesn't seem bad. I mean, what are we really looking for here? Honestly, the cast is the thing I think would make the most sense, but I wouldn't turn away his special. Yeah, this seems... We're not using the special a lot, but anything that we want to use ranged attacks against, we probably want to be far away from us, so I think that makes sense. Yeah, man, it's really an insane amount of damage that we took. Okay, guy who doesn't feel he needs to have a casting animation. Well, we lose a Death Defiance here.
Come try me.
Again, Athena, not bad to have in your build. Okay, I am mid-dash. But I guess that doesn't, you know, it doesn't always count, is the thing. And I'm gonna assume, yep. Of course it'll be gemstones. Well, do we want to take it? I know I said I probably would, but that was when I was at high health. I think I will not take it, in fact. And I think we're probably going to take the trial here over a trip to Eurydice. Man, they're kind of killing me with these choices. Like, obviously I want to get a little bit of plot going, and I would not mind one of those rarity boost things of hers. But also, chance for a Death Defiance, and a chance for Floodshot, which we know we're going to be calling in Demeter here as well, so we can maybe get that duo and stuff. This is legitimately quite difficult. And I guess we care about, in terms of plot, we care about doing stuff for the gods more than we care about those other individual storylines. Although it's hard to say whether or not we're making any progress on the god stuff anyway, because we're given absolutely no way to know.
Time to pick sides.
I very much appreciated that.
Alright, my dude, you gotta help me out here a little bit.
Grateful here.
He is absolutely killing me. Well, I guess.
I understand you've made your choice, cousin. And I, in turn, now have my family's reputation to uphold.
He is really trying super hard not to give us the thing we most want. And it's wild, because it seems like, from everything we've seen in the past, it seems like it's very... The gods really prefer to fill the basic 5 slots over here as quickly as they can. Just real bad luck, man. That's what I think of your stupid melee combo nonsense. Hard to argue with this. I mean, I should really be making sure we hit with the spin attack first because, you know, it'll be dramatically magnifying the damage from all these triple attacks.
Has expired.
Now then, I hope we can move past this little incident and keep our focus on the task at hand.
Alright, yeah, I will take her dash. That seems good.
The Shield of Light.
So, we do have enough money for a trip to the shop to be sensible. This will help a lot with the, surviving the shorter dash. Just making sure we didn't miss anything around the room. Okay. Are we right about to fight the boss? Is that the choice we're at now? Probably.
Onward.
So, especially good time to go shopping. And I'm very happy to see this. We should probably take this first.
One of my boons got stronger.
Okay, Typhoon's Fury was a really, really bad one. Even more crit damage against armor. You know, I don't hate it. What else are we looking for from her? Pressure points. I'm gonna take a reroll. Well, Hunter's Instinct is good, I think. And then we're definitely not spending money on that. Yeah, Hunter's Instinct should be pretty powerful for us. It'll be even more powerful if we get pressure points.
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
For some reason my thing's not charging. There we go. Wow. First phase immediately. I'm really happy with all these wave casters and stuff to have the Athena dash, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Well, that's annoying. Of course, the moment I plant my feet to try to do a thing. Wow, we didn't even get a single attack out of her during that phase. Is there any female? Is that a thing we know? I feel like Zagreus. Does he use feminine pronouns when he talks about her? If not, I don't know where that idea came from. I mean, I guess I may as well, right? What am I saving it for? I think that was a Bloodstone. It was a cast, and then a spin, and 3 dash attacks. The final phase.
Mine now.
Obviously, I gotta get all of the damage that I'm taking under control, but there's a lot of good stuff going on here.
Expecting you up in Elysium.
Also, it would be really cool if we could get some Death Defiances back from Athena. So, who do I think is more important? I'm gonna go Demeter here. And then we'll just go ahead and force Aphrodite last. And we gotta talk to everybody every run until such time as our stuff is fixed. So, I was kind of hoping that Typhoon's Fury would be available here because it's gonna sell for a lot and it would allow us to buy that Death Defiance. But of course not, and I think since we are trying to save to be able to buy a Death Defiance, probably I am not going to buy the lure. And it's not the end of the world if we do end up losing the run, but I sure would like to win it, because, you know, because I sure would like to not lose this run twice in a row. This particular...
Another day or night in paradise.
Alright, yeah. Demeter, help. I desperately need help. Yeah, it's hard to even want to do the setup spin because dash attacking is so rewarding. On small enemies like this, I'm guessing it's probably not even really worth the spin, except in that you can pre-wind the spin so you hit enemies right as they spawn. You know, unless they're chariots, in which case, throw stuff at them. I really appreciate the support fire arrows doing their best to draw out the current position of the enemy for me.
It's Lady Demeter.
The frost-bitten horn which you bear once overflowed. It holds a certain power still, of course. But never again shall mortal kind take it for granted.
So we could just take her cast, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I see.
Poseidon is not showing up. He is not gonna help. You know what? Maybe that was a bad idea, though. Because maybe we do want a Boiling Blood cast with this build, since we're so attack-focused. I think we gotta take the hammer. I would like the money, but let's go this way. I don't know what we are hoping for exactly, but there's gotta be more than stuff. It may be the case that we just don't need more attack boons, like the things that directly affect our weapon performance, because our weapon performance is like pretty good. You know, it's going okay, I think. Ow.
What's rearming? The spear's due for a little maintenance.
Chain Skewer is more interesting now, but also Quickspin is, yeah, for sure, right?
They'll fear me with this spear.
How much faster? Faster. Okay. Oh. We gotta do this. I want that heart, but...
And then, when that...
Hey, that's Achilles, isn't it?
Let me do it, I swear. Were it not for you, think about what I'd have done. The war would have gone differently then, I suppose.
Why, look who. I thought we might run into you, but how strange to see you face to face out here, lad. To see this place myself, I still can't quite believe any of this.
He really can't. Though I keep telling him it's true. Nothing's accomplished without risk, isn't that so? But we of course have you to thank, stranger. Our troubles needn't have been your concern.
I really like this new this new portrait for Patroclus.
Nonsense, sir. You're my friend. And Achilles. I don't know where I would even be if not for you.
Well, no need to get emotional, is there? We Myrmidons, we're not the sentimental type. Achilles is simply on break, is all. From a demanding job. You've a demanding job as well, so here, my customary gift.
Alright, I am overjoyed to be able to see the two of them here. So, I know we're talking about Death Defiances, but I think between money and having Athena in our build, we're pretty likely to be able to get one Death Defiance back. So I sort of wonder if we might be better off taking the Hydrolite here. I don't think... It's Chamber 29. The Cyclops Jerky lasts for 10 encounters? Oh man, maybe that's the right call. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna get our Death Defiance back the old-fashioned way. Oh, hey. Can I... No, cannot gift now. We'll gift soon. I guess let's do this. Don't really have money to go to the shop.
The mother of all soul catchers.
Hey, don't you run away from me successfully. How dare you? So that's definitely a new soul catcher record for us, without question.
Butterflies. Ugh.
This is by far the most damage we've ever done. So Rupture only lasts 3 seconds. It's hard to... Like, Razor Shoals is usually so good, but I honestly don't know that we're going to be using our special against people... Like, with as good as our attack is, right? It's hard to imagine using it against people often enough. I guess I'll take it. The things we're going to be throwing our spear at are going to be like chariots and stuff, so they are definitely things that will respond to being ruptured. I do like... we just need more health, though, at this point. As the run goes on, your need for health increases.
More flame wheels.
Yeah, that's working approximately the way I had hoped. There are very few enemies in the game that I feel like you have to tech around. It's really just the flame wheels. And I guess the satyrs. I definitely feel bad if I don't have any hit stuns because of the satyrs.
He's trying to respawn.
I do wish that our spin was a little bit larger. This is a nightmare. Just stop. Just stop with the chariots. The world does not need more chariots. This is the downside of all of our enemies being immortal, effectively. All of our enemies being already in hell when all we're doing is sending them to hell over and over again.
Sold.
Of course, goes without saying, now that we got the 200, Kiss of Styx will not appear in the well anymore. But it's very hard to feel like we're accomplishing anything in the long term, because we know all of those chariots are just going to end up back over here. Stupid rules of the underworld.
I think not.
Alright, starting to get a little bit better at weaving in the spin. The hammer upgrade certainly helps. And yeah, again, I am reminded of, like, how incredibly different the timing, how much more generous the timing on the dash attack is relative to the timing on the dash upper with the fists. This build would be very difficult for me to execute if we were using that.
In the name of Hades.
This is where you offer me... Yeah, there we go. Alright, and we're working on our health. And, like, so Poseidon's going to continue offering us boons that we don't actually want. I think I'm actually going to take the heart over him. There is... No, I'm just going to take the heart. Yeah, we got a bad Poseidon. We pulled a weak Poseidon today. Now, you know who we haven't seen yet today who'd be really, really helpful and very much appreciated. I'm just saying, I know I'm on the clock and he's on the clock, but if my boyfriend wanted to swing by and just have a little visit... Oh, Lord. What a nightmare. I do appreciate that the, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I do appreciate that the chariots are so absolutely fucking everywhere that they're at least getting hit by me reflecting the other enemy's projectiles. There you go, that's how you deal with chariots. Their mechanics are broken and their design is bad, but what if you just do infinite damage to them? We found a way to fix them. We have kind of a soft build for palms. Like, we have a couple of boons where palms are really great, and then we have several other boons where they're going to be super, super weak. So I think I'm going to take the money. Nope, okay. That's fun. If you get hit by one of those while your dash is on cooldown, you get hit by all three of them. You can't do anything. Because the only thing you can really do while you're in the hit stun is wait for the hit stun to end or dash. better give me damn health back. It does feel like we're just taking way more damage than usual. And I don't mean like that I'm getting hit more often, but like that each hit that we do take is way more significant. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it feels that way. Boy, that's a real... Those are real weak couple of dash strikes there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of variance in our strategy. I just let an Elite Exalted get back up because we are facing an enemy that I fear so much more. Alright, show me food.
Should be something useful here.
I will take it. Works for me. And then is it time already? That's always the wrong button. It is time already. Well... So, like, shopping versus Hermes is, I think, actually not 100% trivial, because I really would like a Hermes boon. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be one in the shop alongside another thing we want. Okay, I'm not opposed to an Athena boon, and I'm super happy about that. And all of a sudden, my game minimized. Something stole focus, I think. Sorry. Okay, we're good. We're back.
When I first notified Lord Father Zeus and other members of our family of your existence, Zagreus, it was Uncle Poseidon here who first leapt up and pledged his power over sea and earth to you. Is that not so, Uncle?
Exactly so, Athena. You with that fine memory of yours. For it isn't every day I learn my doleful brother Hades sired a fine son. He does not know how good he has it there. And you, nephew, could have it even better here.
You know, actually, I think that's pretty good. I'm really into that. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I do wish we were at fuller health. I should perhaps have just taken the Hydrolite. But I do think that the Cyclops Jerky is going to help us get through this fight pretty quickly.
You stop right there, blackguard, and make your plans for death.
That could have been really bad. It was still kind of bad. Oh, sure, Boldy. Yeah, good call. Thank you, UI. Our God Gauge is charging pretty quickly. Ah, damn it. Let's get away for a second here. Yeah, you know, I was just like, we should get a cast boon. If Poseidon's not going to offer his thing, then I'll make him envious. I'll make him jealous by taking Demeter. But honestly, I think the Demeter boon was probably a net negative for us. Because now I don't have Boiling Blood. And also, she's definitely not contributing as much as Boiling Blood would.
The Fury of Olympus.
Like, this isn't even a thing where I think she's bad relative to the other opportunities we had. I think we may have taken a net negative here relative to having no cast boon. That said, there's a non-zero chance that it's not going to matter. Yeah.
What a loudmouth. Thanks for believing in me, my good shade.
What I'm saying is that actually, if we get the chance to wash this off, I might just take it. Do we have another boon from her? Is that her only thing? We didn't get another boon from her, did we? So we'd be losing 5% total damage output by doing that. It still might be worth it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
What if we just get the fastest Hades kill of all time? Alright, make sure that we get a chance to talk to Aphrodite before the run ends, and we don't need any of this stuff.
Cut through Elysium.
I wonder if there's like a god whose favor is reliant on taking duos, right? That could be Aphrodite's thing. She just wants you to like get along with everybody.
Almost
the thing is, she doesn't really... Aphrodite is not the goddess of, like, getting along with people. She's the goddess of specifically romantic type love, right? Because there are different... If I'm not mistaken, and here's SB kind of talking out of his ass. Oh, I didn't even look if there was a chance to watch that boon off. Shoot. But here's SB talking out of his ass a little bit, because I don't really know this for sure. I believe that in Greek, the words for romantic love, like romantic love and familial love, were actually different words. And that Aphrodite is pretty specifically not the goddess of, like, the love you have for your friends. I usually go for the one that has the heart in it first, but let's just do this. We do need to have a quick chat with Aphrodite. Be careful not to dash attack myself into a saw blade, because we all know that there is a significant chance of me doing that. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get an overwrite chance. Why did I do that there? I knew that wasn't going to work. Well, until the poison dissipates, I can't really do anything else, so we're just going to do this. Man, those poison pools last forever, huh? Build's going okay, I guess. Obviously, I don't prioritize this very much,
I still need
but
these.
this might have been a good time for me to not sit around and talk. It might have been a good build for me to talk less and run more, because we could probably have really, like, challenged our previous best time on this one. Oh boy, it's really hard to not get hit by the super grenade spread there. I was trying to just time the dashes so we would be in deflect when the bombs land, but it's tough.
Little Godling, you must know the 7 types of love by now, don't you? It's quite a complicated field, though several types intrigue me most of all. In fact, why, I have several types of love for you right here.
What a coincidence, as I was just talking about that. Okay, I think 15% different leagues seems alright.
No love without pain.
Well, I mean, that's sort of the opposite of the boon you just took, so I don't... That seems like an inappropriate time to say that thing.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
I mean, if she's the goddess of romantic love... If it wasn't the case that we have already done a whole bunch of romance storylines, and they clearly haven't unlocked her thing, I would guess that is what it was.
Should check this way.
Yeah, I don't know. It might also just be something as simple as, like, just talk to them a certain number of times. Maybe I haven't talked to her enough. Although, I would have to imagine that if it was generally talk to them enough times, we would have to have it with Artemis by now, right? Because we've definitely taken Artemis's boons a lot. I'm pretty sure that the records chamber will support that. I can't believe I got myself hit by the saw blade there. That's embarrassing. How are you still alive?
What's on offer?
How is it even possible for you to be spitting poison at me? Aw, this wasn't the final branch. That's a shame. So that Cyclops jerky we just won't be active for Hades. Oh, my plan there was to just, deflect the saw blade. It won't be a problem. I'll just dash before it hits me. And then I extremely did not do the thing. That's definitely not even one that I can blame on the shorter dashes or anything. Honestly, I don't think we've gotten hit a single time because of the shorter dashes. I think I'm just letting stuff make contact. Dashing at the wrong times, not at the wrong distances. That said, I can only complain about the results so much. Things are going okay.
Got to keep searching.
Oh, fish. Where is fish? So, after that, what exactly are we even looking for?
That is a scuffer.
That is a scuffer. Truer words never spoken. I don't even know. I'm not sure that we want to buy a Demeter boon. We might want the, Well, okay. I was going to say we might want the
If I
Athena
were a
instead.
Satyr Sack, where would I be?
Demeter boons are at least a chance for us to get the Demeter Artemis duo, which will make our cast useful. Yeah, I guess let's go this way. So we probably end up buying the Demeter thing from the shop too, unless we do get the duo we're looking for here. Although actually, if we get the duo here, we definitely want the Demeter more than the Athena, because then we are really looking for chill on the laser beam, right? That's a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. Well, these rooms really make me feel like you do not actually get the drop percentage listed on the Eye of Lamia. You would expect to see considerably more food than we saw there. Man, it's the fact that I think the spear might just be objectively the most powerful weapon makes me feel even worse about that loss that we had a couple episodes ago. Obviously this is real bad. Ravenous Will is fine. Yeah.
I'll just
gotta remember to keep
away.
our laser out. Oh, I should probably drink from the fountain.
Yum.
Yeah, I think it is probably the case that the shield and the spear are the two best weapons.
Should stock up for the
Probably.
road ahead. Cheers, mate.
Alright, I do think Glacial Glare is pretty good.
Power of the gods.
And then it's probably just support fire, right? Alright, it's a boring group of boons, but we do in fact, also we got lucky and we do in fact still have our Cyclops journey.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another Satyr Sack.
If I don't screw this up really terribly, this ought to be a pretty good Hades.
I owe you one.
That
boy.
said, me having thought that, and especially me having said that out loud, obviously, makes me real nervous. Why would I do such a thing? Why would I do that? Alright, come on, show me surface fish.
Alright, this is it.
Would that you cleaned your chambers with the same devotion you show getting to these heights.
He has a lot to say about my chambers. I had a brilliant plan there that was actually very stupid. You know, like all my brilliant plans.
Zacharias, I trust you had a pleasant journey here.
It went all right, now that you mention it.
How truly wonderful to hear.
Yeah, it was super cool. I only died once.
You should have avoided that.
And you should stop just... He should not be allowed to just stand still in the middle of the room and throw 6 bloodstones in a row. That's not a thing I should have to deal with. Forgot to call Boldy in earlier. I was gonna do a Boldy at some point during Styx, and we ended up really not feeling like I needed it.
You brought this on yourself.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm watching his health bar more than I'm watching my feet.
Not finished then.
No holding back.
There we go. See, that's my brilliant plan. Because we can execute the spin attack while dashing. So I was like, well, I'll avoid his attack while also doing a cool thing to his face. That'll show it. But in practice, mostly what happens is I get a thing done to my face. And it's even less pleasant than that sounds.
Athena, the Fury of Olympus.
Yeah, just stand here and fight. That's gonna work out well for you.
For a student of Achilles, I feel that you surpassed even his skill by now. Fair. Well.
In Achilles' defense, he didn't have Daedalus, causing him to break the laws of physics.
In my father's name.
That was almost our best time, even with me standing around and talking in some of the chambers. That was a really good one. But no surface fish for me. Very disappointing.
Shuttered just now.
Can
Not
I?
yet.
Aw. I want my 10 darkness.
The clever-minded prince again eluded certain death, up to a certain point, but then, predictably, made one of his fatal mistakes again.
What?
I do that. That does sound like a thing I might do.
Well, that was pretty good, all in all.
I mean, it doesn't really seem like we're getting anywhere with the gods,
I
but
knew you could do it.
I'm helping Achilles. I feel pretty good about that.
Sir, you're back. How was it in Elysium? Was everything all right?
It went well, lad. As well as I could have hoped. Better than I might have feared. Hey, don't take Patroclus calling you stranger personally, all right? He has less charitable terms for those he doesn't care for.
Come on, Achilles, I want details here. What happened with you two, if you don't mind?
Zagreus, getting a little personal there.
Well, thankfully, your efforts meant that no words really needed to be said when I arrived. He simply said my name. Then we just were. Two souls, together in one spot. The way shades linger. It looks mournful, right? But it isn't always.
That's wonderful to hear. He seemed uplifted in your presence. You must have lots of catching up to do.
Lots of making up for lost time. And finally we have some time to spare. It's odd, because so many of my memories of him are from a time of war. Now we can make new memories, in peace. Anyway, see you out there again sometime, I hope.
Count on it, sir.
I feel really good about that one. I think that storyline was maybe a little bit more important to me than many of the others have been.
Achilles, next time you're in Elysium, I thought this might be something you'd enjoy, that you might share.
Ambrosia. Well, I'm honored, lad, truly. Although it's I who ought to be bestowing thoughtful gifts upon you for what you've done for me, not the other way around. And I happen to have one here, on Pat's and my behalf.
You have a chthonic companion, and you're giving it to me?
Okay, cool. That's the last one, right? Alright, what do we got? Of course, as always. Even more ambrosia to give.
Zagreus, how am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having two great mothers rather than one. Or zero.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
It's a deal.
Oh, nice.
Mother, I know there may not be many things you miss from living on Olympus, though I wondered if perhaps ambrosia may be one of them. And got you some because, well, here.
Why, this really is ambrosia. How did you even acquire this, Zagreus? It brings back memories for certain, and never the bad ones, which I think it must be why we prize this stuff so much. This is for me.
It is, of course. And it's my dearest hope that at some point long from now, when you're relaxing with a bottle of ambrosia, dare I say perhaps with Father, that these memories will be among the ones that spring to mind.
Oh, my son. I shall certainly not need ambrosia to think back upon getting to know you with the greatest fondness. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mother.
You altered one of my own pacts without so much as seeking my consent, undoing terms that were agreed upon. Do you intend to undermine everything in this house, boy? Or only me?
Only you, Father. Good thing I've inherited some of your fate-given authority being your son and all. Otherwise, some of your most loyal subjects would be bound by exploitive terms for eternity.
Terms that they chose themselves. Terms to the benefit of this house. What if Achilles were to leave his post for the green pastures of Elysium? What then?
You could find a replacement, but it's a pointless question anyway because he's here. He isn't leaving. He might even do better at his job now that he has increased ability to step away from it.
A naive hope at best. The more you step away from your responsibilities, the less you shall want anything to do with them.
Again, I really want to commend here the quality of the characterization. Like, this is 100% Hades projecting, right? And I guess we don't know. Zagreus might be about to call that out explicitly, but I kind of hope he doesn't. I kind of hope they leave it in, like, leave it to just for the reader to notice, because even though that's not, like, particularly subtle from, like, a literary standpoint, it is a level of subtlety that you really don't see in video game writing very much. As much as I love video games, the writing in video games is generally very bad.
Not if those responsibilities matter.
I ask you please hold your applause until the end.
Oh, that was rude of me, actually, to just walk up to him and try to chat with him while he's playing a song.
I just get sleepy sometimes, Mom. I mean, I've been working so much lately, just over there. You've probably seen me greeting shades, making my list, creating a welcoming environment.
Remember what we previously spoke of, Hypnos? Do not address me thus whilst we are here. Conduct yourself as befitting a servant of the House of Hades. And continue practicing your independence, please.
Yes, Mom. I mean, Mother.
His mother straight up telling him, please don't talk to me. You know how I hate that.
So you've been trying to give Tisiphone speech lessons between fights to the death? Are you bored or just naive?
Come on, if her vocabulary consists of two different, although admittedly almost identical words, there's got to be room for growth there. Besides, I feel like maybe she's lonely or something. Has anyone ever tried to teach her anything?
Maybe, just maybe, you're projecting your own insecurities onto her a little bit. Tis can take care of herself. Always has. Talking's not her strong suit like it's yours. But if you, in all your wisdom, think you've got something to teach her, you go right ahead.
You've tried already, haven't you? She's pretty dead set on the murder thing, then?
She does seem to be.
You know, that's a good way to put it.
Like, did she notice his wordplay before he did? Okay, we don't really want to do that. I'm certainly not interested in spending darkness for keys at this point in the adventure.
Fair market value.
Well, that's a lot of gemstones. We are really accumulating those very quickly. I have no idea what to do with them all.
The fates have spoken.
So, why did I have no idea what that achievement is for. Okay, Chain Skewer would not have solved would not have finished our prophecy, so I guess I feel a little bit better about that. Vanquish Lord Hades with the egg to get 3 diamonds, which is not a very good reward. We could trade 2 diamonds for ambrosia, I suppose, and it does seem like we're getting to a place where all of a sudden we're going to be going through ambrosia really, really quickly.
Musical, right?
I have a whole lot of relationships that have opened up that have multiple steps in them, and we still need to have some available for the gods, although obviously it's not critical that we just have it on hand at all times, because we first need to have an interaction with the god where the heart unlocks, and then it's not until the next run where we might be able to give them ambrosia, I'm pretty sure. Let's give it one more. Yeah, killing it. Alright, well, I'm really curious about our new companion.
What's this one do?
And we have finally got the last of these. 1,500 damage to 2 foes, one after another. That's not super exciting. I mean, it's fine. I sort of think we want to switch off. Shady's not... Shady's just not really getting the job done. I think I want to try one of these ones that's really damage focused and just see what, like, 3,500 damage feels like. Do we want to do this without spending any ambrosia on it and just use it on Hades? I am a little curious about a brief delay. One thing that's really nice about Dusa is that she can pick her own targets. I wonder if it is actually possible to miss with Mort. I'm assuming it's going to be Thanatos shows up and he does that big purple zone thing that he always does, right? Let's try it. I'm going to put one ambrosia into it. We'll have it for Theseus and for Hades. That'll be the thing, and we will continue to follow the thirst around the room. You know, I know that we very recently did a run with the Lucifer aspect, but we're going to do it again because I think this aspect is super cool. I just think it's a delight to use. So if we're doing that, like, what is our likely build then? We still need Demeter stuff, and I mean, we know obviously Chill is very good with this thing. We still need Artemis. Obviously, support fire would be pretty okay. Aphrodite is probably mostly going to be good on, like, the Heartbreak Flourish would not be bad, right? We probably would not want Crush Shot because we're going to be trying to stay away from people. I mean, like, her Call is also okay, but yeah, maybe we're going for, like, Aphrodite on the special, and boy, I don't know if Tempest Strike might be good. It really doesn't knock foes away very much, though. I think we would probably be most likely to be looking for Flood Shot with him, although Tidal Dash is also fine. Yeah, okay. I don't know that it's going to be a terribly novel run. At this point, we might be past terribly novel run. You know, the game is not infinite, and we've seen a lot of its things already at this point. All right, you know what? One more thing. Let's have a quick look at the house contractor, because boy, we have a lot of gemstones.
Oh,
like, it's just so many. What is this? A decorative theme. Visual embellishments for boon info and certain other interface elements. Yo, when did these unlock? Only some of them were marked as new, so I guess, wow, that's a lot of darkness, my dude. So we are currently using the princely theme. Well, these are cool. I don't know. These are some very high prices. I don't know that we're going to earn these anytime soon. I mean, like, a Stygian theme is not unreasonable. We don't really need to use blood too much. And we could get our infernal theme going if we get the diamonds from the chaos thing, because we don't really have a ton of uses for diamonds. I sort of want to just buy a theme to see exactly what they do. And I think of the two, Stygian and Infernal seem the most likely. Evoke certain descriptions of joy and levity. That might be a good change of pace, but obviously we're actually using our ambrosia for stuff. Obviously we could buy a whole lot of keys or nectar, but even so, these are very high numbers. Well, if we did manage to get 30 keys from completing that Chaos Prophecy, it would help. Jesus, 5,000, man. All right, I want one of those, but it's gonna have to. That's gonna be a little bit of a journey. Who knows? The game might be going on way longer than I thought it was going to, though, because we are making no progress at all on currying favor with the Olympians. All right, this is where we are going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, it's probably not going to be quite as fast as this one was, but we're going to try our best. And we'll see you then.